Good morning, students. Myself, Jay Kumar. Today with you by bringing topic is matter around us pure. This is the second chapter of your chemistry. Is matter around us pure. Student, today I will talk about this topic about this chapter. This chapter is interrogatory. You can say here there is a question mark. Chapter is asking from us, is matter around us pure? Students, to answer this topic, first of all, we shall understand what is a pure substance. If we don't know about pure substance, we cannot answer of this topic. So let me say about pure substance. Students, a pure substance is that substance which is made of only one kind of particles, or say only one kind of atoms and molecules. Atoms and molecules are particles. So simply you can say a pure substance is that which is made up of only one kind of particles. Okay, now student, as you know about the pure substance, that it is made up of only one kind of particle, then you are now able to give the answer of this topic. But for this, I would like to suggest you whatever things you use every day in your life, if possible, make one list and try to segregate them into pure substance and impure substance. You will be surprised to know many of those things that you use every day are impure, and very few things among them you will find pure. Students, it means whatever things we use in our daily life, among them, many of them are impure and only few of them are pure. Mostly impure things we use in our daily life. Students, impure substances are said to be mixtures, and pure substances are said to be either elements or compounds. In our surrounding, elements and compounds are pure, but mixture around us are many more. Many more mixtures are around us, and we are in habit of using them daily. For example, let me say, we every day use milk in our body. Do you know milk is not a pure substance in view of science? Because milk is made of more than one different type of particles. As milk contains more than one different kind of particles, so in science, milk is considered as impure substance. It means milk is a mixture, not a pure substance. Pure substance, neither it is element nor it is compound. Okay, so keep in mind, a pure substance is one which is made up of only one kind of particles. Okay? In example, you can say here element and compound. Element and compound are considered as pure substances because both of them are made up of only one kind of particles. Later on, I will discuss before you about compound and element, but hereby only you keep in the examples of pure substances, element and compound. Right? On the other hand, impure substance is a mixture made up of more than one different kind of particles. In example, you can say here sugar solution. Our air is a mixture. Why air is a mixture? Because air contains different gases not in fixed proportion. Air contains different gases not in fixed proportion. That is why air is a mixture. Air is impure substance in view of science. Okay? Now, students, you came to know about pure substance and impure substance. Pure substance is of two types, element and compound, and impure substances are all mixtures, all kind of mixtures. Now, second topic, what are the characteristics of pure substance? What are the characteristics feature of pure substances? So you can note down here characteristics of pure substances. Characteristics of pure substances. In characteristics of pure substances, first point you can write here, contain fixed composition. It means composition in pure substances are fixed. For example, a student, let me say about water. Formula of water, you write H2O, and as you are looking in the formula, water has been made of two different kind of particles, say hydrogen and oxygen. So according to definition of pure and impure substances, water should come in the category of mixture. In spite of that, water is regarded as a pure substance. Why? Students, this is because water has been made of two different kind of particles, but composition is fixed there. Composition is fixed there. It means hydrogen and oxygen has been combined in a fixed proportion to form water. as combination of hydrogen and oxygen has been in a fixed composition. That's why water is a pure substance and it is not a mixture. So in the characteristics of pure substance, our first point is pure substances contain fixed composition. Number one. Second, students, pure substances have fixed melting and boiling points. So you can write here have fixed melting and boiling points. Fixed melting and boiling points. Pure substances have fixed melting and boiling points. Number three, students, all the pure substances can be represented in their chemical form. So this is also one of the characteristics of pure substances, that pure substances can be represented in chemical form. Right? Now, number four characteristics, students. Constituent particles in pure substances cannot be separated out by using physical process. For example, water. Water is a pure substance and it has been made of two different particles, say hydrogen and oxygen. Students, from water, hydrogen and oxygen cannot be separated out using any physical process. To separate them, we use chemical process, and you might have known about the term electrolysis. Electrolysis is a chemical process and it is used to separate hydrogen and oxygen from water. So, by ordinary physical methods, ordinary physical processes, we cannot separate the constituent particles of pure substances. So, you can write here constituent particles cannot be separated out by physical processes, And students, these are some characteristics, feature of pure substances. You must keep in your mind. Once again, I am going to say before you, pure substances contain fixed composition, pure substances have fixed melting and boiling point, pure substances can be represented in chemical formulae, and at last, constituent particles cannot be separated out by physical processes. So these are the characteristics feature of pure substances. Okay? Now, another topic, impure substances. Impure substances. Impure substances, as I told you earlier, impure substances are called mixtures. And they are made of two or more than two different kind of particles, not in fixed position. So in definition of impure substances, you can write impure substances impure substances are made of two or more different particles not in a fixed composition. Composition of impure substances are not fixed. In examples, sugar solution. Sugar solution is a mixture, is an impure substance, because in sugar solution quantity of sugar can vary. Someone adds 1 teaspoonful of sugar in water, someone can add 2 teaspoonful of sugar in water, someone can add 3 teaspoonful of sugar in water. So composition of sugar in water is not fixed. That's why sugar solution is regarded as an impure substance and it is mixed. Air, impure substance. Blood, impure substance, because composition in blood is not fixed. It varies from person to person. So these are some examples of impure substances, some examples of mixtures. Now, students, we will learn about the types of impure substances. Types of pure substances. Types of impure substances, say mixtures. Students, on the basis of appearance, impure substances are of two types on basis of appearance. And then two types are: number one, homogeneous mixture. And second one is heterogeneous mixture. Now let me say what that homogeneous means. Homo means same and geneous means composition. Student, the mixture in which composition is same throughout, the mixture in which composition of particles are same throughout is or are known as homogeneous mixture. So you can write here in short, same composition, having same composition throughout the mixture. So keep in mind, in homogeneous mixture, composition is same throughout. Also, students, this type of mixture has no visible boundary of separation between their particles, between their components, between their constituent particles. So second point you can know here, no visible boundary of separation separation between the components. Between the components. So students, 2 points you have to keep in your mind. In homogeneous mixture, composition is same throughout, and also there is no visible boundary of separation between the components. For example, air. Air is regarded as homogeneous mixture. Why homogeneous mixture? Because air contains different gases but not in a fixed composition. Composition of different gases in air are not fixed. You might have known in air nitrogen is the largest. 70%, 70 to 78% nitrogen is present in air. 20% oxygen is present, and rest some other gases in little traces are present in air. As composition of air is not fixed, and there is same, but composition is same. Composition is not fixed in air, but composition is same. It means air looks homogeneous, although it has different gases, but between those gases there are no visible boundary of separation. You cannot show me the separate layer of oxygen, the separate layer of nitrogen, and separate layer of oxygen in air. They have been mixed uniform. So as air has uniform composition, same composition throughout, and no visible boundary of separation between their components, that's why air is regarded as a homogeneous mixture. So students, air is a homogeneous mixture. Another example you can also give here. For example, you can give here example mixture of water and alcohol. Water and alcohol. Water and alcohol forms uniform mixtures. Means both get completely intermixed and no separate visible boundary of separation between them. So mixture of water and alcohol is also homogeneous mixture. And in this way you can search out some other examples of homogeneous mixtures from your surrounding and from your NCERT book. Okay? Now I will talk to you about heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. What does heterogeneous mean? Hetero means not same, not uniform. Geneous means composition, not uniform composition, not same composition throughout the mixture. So points you can write here: not uniform composition, not uniform composition, or you can also say here not same composition, not uniform composition. Second point, heterogeneous mixtures have visible boundary of separation between their components. So you can note down here: have visible visible boundary of separation between components. For example, you can say mixture of water and chalk powder. If you take chalk powder in water, you will find that after some time chalk powder settles in the water at the bottom, and water looks up and powder looks at the bottom, and there is a separate boundary of separation between chalk and water. So mixture of water and chalk powder is regarded as heterogeneous mixture. In similar way, you can say mixture of water and iron. Water and iron also forms a visible boundary of separation between them. That's why mixture of water and iron is also regarded as heterogeneous mixture. Okay? So students, about impure substances, we studied that impure substances are those substances which are made of two or more different kind of particles. Also, they do not have fixed composition, and also their components have visible boundary of separation and having non-uniform composition. But in pure substances, only you have to understand impure substances are those substances which are made of different kind of particles, and they are of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. And now in homogeneous, you have to write the homogeneous mixture is one which has uniform composition throughout, and there is no visible boundary of separation between their components. And in heterogeneous mixture, you have to mention no uniform composition throughout the mixture, and also there is a visible boundary of separation. So students, for today that's all. Study it, revise it, go through your NCERT also, and at last I would like to say you continue in your study, and also stay at home and stay safe. Thank you.